Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Vader Games in the building. Oh, let me make sure I should have double checked this. Apologies. Audio. We're good. Vader Games in the building. You know what it is. Let me get properly situated here. It's been a minute. And it's been a minute for good reason. Off season. Warm weather. Four-peat. I'm outside. I know. I need to be able to sit down, talk with you guys, and still stay in the loop with everything football, everything Manchester City. But I got to do this. First things first. My peoples come first, and my people still here, no longer here, thought of and remembered. Now, yeah, you're gonna notice a different look right now. I got a light summer pants on, the hat because it's sunny out, and actually I forgot to change my glasses. Then my transition lenses going from tint to thing, so hopefully it's not too bad. But we got a short show. This is the 115. Okay, the 115. One question, 15 minutes. And today, trust me, because of my work schedule, this will be as close as possible to 50 minutes. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna shout you all in the comments that are there to support your boy from the jump. And I'll always appreciate it. If you're new, thank you so very much. Subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know what you want future topics to be. Because today we're gonna deal with something that's been bubbling. It's been causing a little stress, a few headaches, restless nights. And it's the whole news with regards to Pep contract extension. That's not new news, right? All us City fans, we knew of his contract being to 2025. And obviously we knew that because prior to farewell to Klopp's contract was to 2026. So there was a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Now, I know the recent news with Arteta contract extension, and rightfully so, well deserved. But I'm going to point out, I'm going to explain, I'm going to start the clock. I'm going to explain why City and Pep should wait for this contract extension. I know in the news they're talking about Pep's gone more so than deciding to stay longer. We'll all wait and see because a lot can change in the whole landscape of football. But let me shout out the very first in the building, showing that love, taking the time to actually going on the device and typing a message, saying something. You know what I mean? So I want to shout that out. And if you haven't done that, do that. Take a second. Let me know who's in the building. Danny's in the building. He goes, "Hi, Vader. Long time no see." I know, man. I know. I think it's probably been a week since I last did content, although I did feature on American football, Staffy having that FA Cup final win. But I showed up over there. Danny, thanks for being on the show. Certain Morris, what it do? Big up, bro. Yo, large up. AJ in the building. Hey, Vader. Hope you are good. I'm good. It's such a great day. I'm here. We're gonna talk about this, and hopefully I'll be able to get a Why Always Me tomorrow as well. Maybe this evening, depending on timing. AJ, I honestly believe Pep would be more than happy to stay. Listen, let's get into it. Great, AJ. Great. Now, I want us all to take a step back and let me start the clock, because we also have to always remember. That football is a business. I know they play a sport, but it's still business. And Pep's got his advisors. Pep's got his representation. Pep's got to make the best decision career-wise, financially. So a lot of those things go into play, and the longer you can wait, the better it tends to be. Also, from a club standpoint, think of the advantages in terms of seeing who lands where, seeing where, quote unquote, big clubs are making decisions on who their next managers are. All right. We can easily look at the decisions being made over at Chelsea for the last few summers with regards to manager. We could look at the decisions looking to be made not so long ago again now for United. They had one season of joy, optimism, excitement, and confidence in the manager, and now a year later looks like he's going. So there's a lot that can happen, but I think Manchester City and Pep should wait. There's really no reason to rush anything. The contract's always been scheduled for 2025. Contract talks in terms of that being extended happen in the final year routinely. All right. So there's no panic that should be happening amongst us City fans. We should not be like, oh my goodness, what if Pep doesn't sign or Pep needs to sign? We don't need to go there. It'd be different. Honestly, it'd be different if Klopp was still in this league. It would be different if Klopp was still here. Rival City fans, if Klopp was still here and Pep was kind of like, I'm not too sure. Ooh, then be like, damn, because we've seen how Liverpool, we've seen how Klopp has pushed us not only with regards to what he did domestically, but how he represented in Europe, right? So that manager remaining would have been a problem. Don in the building, let me shout you out. Good looking out. Appreciate the support. Wagwan, Mr. Vader. Wagwan, Donna. Hope you're good. Now, we don't need to panic because from a decision standpoint, it needs to play out in the latter stages of the year. Latest things coming out is that it's looking to be a decision, or the club's looking to have a decision around the Christmas, winter holidays, right? That's all calm. That's all calm. What I think we need to pay very close attention to are all of the sackings, all of the managers that have been let go, right? Because that's part of the talent pool that we'll pull from. But then we also need to look over our shoulders and see what's happening in the league. And let's be real, honestly, in the chat right now, let me know which managers currently in the Prem are you like, damn, I'm not going to sleep well knowing that manager we're facing next, facing in the league, or ooh, that manager is going to be a problem in the league as well as Champions League. In the chat, let me know which manager you believe that to be. Let me know in the chat who you believe that to be, because right now I think that's the reason why we don't need to panic. Should Ten Hag, is he a problem? He's leaving, or is he staying? If he leaves, the names that are rumored to come to Manchester City, should we be panicking? Chelsea, no disrespect, but their standards of who they wanted, the level, the quality of manager, the resume, right? They're not getting anyone that should be stressing us, right? They're not getting anyone that should be stressing us. So let me take a second for these comments. I go, Donna goes, Mr. Vader, I recommend Mr. AJ as mod. He does his job very professionally. AJ, if you're looking to be a mod, I wasn't sure of that, but all those things I'll tackle post show. So please, in the comments, or even directly, let me know. My Twitter is Vader Games, so we can handle all of that post show. Donna, good looking out. I think that's a great idea. Mr. Vader, you need more moderators. I'll get there, Donna. I'll get there. You can sleep well with any manager. I get that. Because honestly, there's no manager that's stressing us. And this show, I wanted to really talk about why I think City also being slow with any announcements, right? Leaked information. Is that think of how the clubs are moving. We hear it through the fan base. Think of how the clubs are moving, being like, the big bad wolf is leaving. The boogeyman is going. He's only here till 2025, right? There's going to be a lot of scrambling, a lot of like, ooh, let's get it quick. Let's make it happen. There's going to be a lot of that decision making because, oh, we got to strike when the iron's hot. We got to strike when there's maybe confusion over at Manchester City with their incoming next manager, keeping the levels. I like it playing out. I like it playing out, and I want to see how these clubs decide to move. Arteta over at Arsenal, no brainer. In my opinion, no brainer. How and why would you sack a manager who only suffered not winning league to Pep? Greatest of all time. That's who stopped Arsenal's manager, Arsenal, from winning a trophy. The great Pep. The great Manchester City, a team that won at the time defended them and went on to winning a three-peat, and then the team that stopped them again by winning a four-peat. Greatness. It's greatness that stopped them. So I believe that there's great potential in Arteta. They made the right decision if they're going to keep him on board. All right, let me shout out the girl RK in the building. Bader, good to see you again, sir. Hey, so formal. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. I'm actually enjoying being able to slip away workday, have the combo. You know, we can talk Manchester City, we can talk football. In this case, we're talking the contract, and then get back to work. Right? It's how the day plays out, especially for my time zone. I didn't get the notification list. I don't know why. So, I mean, YouTube's been kind of messed up, but even with missing the notification, hopefully, I guess when you link into the app, you're able to see it. But I'll do a better job in terms of making sure that my future shows are at least 24 hours ahead of time. Maybe that's why. But I think us playing this slow is great. Clubs are going to be scrambling. Clubs are going to be looking to establish themselves to be able to take advantage when Pep's gone. So not so much 2025. I think some of these clubs they're not making moves necessarily to win 2025, with the exception of Arsenal. Liverpool, yeah, you could say that they've got the quality to do it, but they haven't. Honestly, if you take a step back, as great as Klopp is, the last 2 years, yeah, they challenged, they fell off, but they fell off hard. Like they fell off this title race bad, and it was actually at a time when they got their players back. Right? It didn't make sense when they were, running on fumes, when they had to just pull up the kids, right, to play. They were winning. They were doing their thing. It's once the Allisons and the Trents came back that they slipped. So I think Arteta, Arsenal problem. Us, we've got this final year of Pep's contract, 2025. Here's why it's going to be so important. If Pep happens to win, unprecedented again, right? It's been unprecedented years back to back. But if Pep is able to win 5 in a row, let's take a second. Let's 4 in a row is crazy. The 4-peat's nuts. But if Pep is able to win 5 in a row, that is probably more of a done what I need to do here, or I've done all I can really do at this present time. The motivation quite isn't there. Maybe I need to take a step back, not retiring, but maybe I need to take a step back. You can kind of get that after 5 in a row. But a person like Pep, a motivated person like Pep, an ambitious person like Pep, a perfectionist. You know why? You know why at halftime? You know why they call it pep talks? You're going to give the team a pep talk? It's because of this man. He's named after, or are pep talks named after him? I'm joking. But Pep being such a perfectionist, if he loses in 2025, if we happen to not win 5 in a row, completely possible, because the probability of it is very low, right? If Pep doesn't win 5 in a row, last year of his contract, not a winning season, the perfectionist, the mad scientist, the evil genius, whatever, mad genius, can he step away? Take a second. Final year of a contract. It doesn't even matter who beats him, right? If Arsenal fans, if you want to say Arteta beats him, cool. If there's another rival out there, you want to mention it, large up section 20. La Ciel Bleu, my guy, good afternoon. Now, if Pep doesn't win it in his final year of the contract, or let's say by Christmas time, there's kind of I'm not too sure, or he decides not to commit, Or sorry, at the time of Christmas time, it doesn't look like we're in contention, right? It looks like whichever clubs are far ahead. Arsenal being gutted the last 2 years, we're coming out the gate strong, and we're going to be finishing this year strong, and it looks like that point gap is, let's say, 12, 15 point gap. No games in hand. They got a points gap on us. If the season's that bad for Pep, that might be the most dangerous thing, because this manager is not leaving on a lost season. Remember when Sir Alex Ferguson was rumored to go out, or he said he was going to go out, and then he retracted that retirement, and he made sure to go out on a winning season, right? Think about this, guys and girls. Pep has to win this season for him to leave. Pep has to do something unprecedented, something historic, something obviously never seen in the 130 plus years of English football. Pep will have to win number 5 to leave. If he doesn't win number 5, it's an added 2-year contract. It's in his nature, right? The man's a perfectionist. The man's gonna go as a winner. Think about this, City fans. Calm down. We don't need to panic. We need to be relaxed. With whatever happens this season, whatever happens, we're winning. Okay? Pep wins his 5th. He's leaving 2025. Pep happens to lose this final year of the contract. He's extending for another 2 years. I see it. I can already see it. It makes completely sense. It makes complete sense. Knowing the man that he is, knowing the competitor that he is. Everyone's talking in the chat. Now, I said that I wanted this to be nice and concise, and I want to ask you. I asked the question on whether you thought the managers currently in the league cause problems, right? Are an issue. It should be stressful in terms of, we're never going to see success with regards to domestic cups or winning the league. Any managers instill that in you? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, that being said, we can be calm with the decisions that we make, for whichever manager comes in, right? Whichever manager comes in, I think we can be calm with it, because again, before Pep, I know it wasn't like this. I know it wasn't, we're competing for a double or a treble ever. I know it wasn't like that on the regular. But let's not forget, before Pep, league success, Pellegrini brought that to us. Pellegrini gave us a League Cup. He gave us the league. Before him, Mancini gave us an FA and the league. So I know it's not going to be like rapid fire the way it's been with Pep, but we know. Khaldoon's not gonna. He's not gonna. Does this man slip up? And I'm waiting for the interview, by the way. Khaldoon, where's that sit down? You know what I mean? Where you break everything down for us. You talk about you recap the year, and you let us know what's going in the future. I'm waiting for that. That's gonna be a proper breakdown on Why Always Me. On Why Always Me, we're gonna do a proper breakdown of the Khaldoon interview. Let me go to the comments. I take no Prem title for a season if it meant we sign up for longer. Ooh, section. I like what you're cooking. We've been blessed. We've been so blessed. One season where it's like Pep getting recharged, getting that battery in his back where he's like, what? I slipped up after winning 4. These guys got a league on me? Nah, I'm back. Sign me up. Another 2. Let's go for it. I agree, section. Pep will be city manager for Club World Cup next season. Yeah, Pep's gonna be with us 2025. I'm not worried about that. And will he continue on? Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm with you though. ZX goes, we should renew after doing the full word to Moses Malone. Full. Now, I've been doing everything in fours ZX. I've been doing everything in 4s lately. Like if I go for my runs, make sure that doing a good added 4 minutes. If I'm enjoying myself with a little bit of dessert, I give myself 4 scoops. If this, you know what, 4s are going to be celebrated all summer long. Last year I only got 3 jerseys. I got 3 jerseys, one for myself and my 2 kids. The 4th jersey will be purchased, whether wifey wants it or not. She's getting a jersey. Maybe I'll have to get it maybe an X. You know how you can get a larger size jersey and then you can kind of tailor it. Because yeah, I'm gonna tailor it, do something special for her. But it's gonna be 4. It's gonna be a season of 4. 4 is something magical. It's a magical number right now, and I'm enjoying it. That's why I actually need to do better in terms of sitting down and talking with you and celebrating, because I've been doing it off screen. We need to talk, and we need to share what we're enjoying with regards to the season. 100%. Section goes, I think Khaldoon is waiting for the 115 charges done before he drops that interview. But see, I'm not sure, because honestly, the 115 is supposed to be decided next year, right? And he does this every year. I know he did allude to, like, he's confident. He wants all the information to come forward, come to light. But I think we're closing in. I think there's probably another 2 weeks. I'll go back. Actually, you know what? I should go back and see when the last one dropped. But I'm looking forward to that section. That's good info. That's really good info. AJ, 10 likes. Listen, thank you so much for the 10 likes. I'm seeing many of you watching on cross platforms, Twitter, X, as well as YouTube. Take the second, go over to YouTube, hit the like button. If you're over on Twitter, X, take a second. Let me know you're in the mix. Let me know what you want to discuss, because right here, it's going to be a fun summer. There's nothing that can mess up my summer. Nothing. No news, player departures. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be like, hey, sorry to see you go, but you gave me a 4-peat. Any player that leaves, you gave me a 4-peat. I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna thank you and wish you all the best. But there's nothing's gonna ruin this summer. I'm telling you, nothing is ruining the summer. Section La Ciel Bleu. Listen. Nothing. ZX, nothing's ruining the summer. Even it happens to be Pep confirms and says, you know what, I'm only going to be here until 2025. That doesn't ruin my summer. You know why? Because I'm trusting Khaldoon. I'm trusting the board to get that next manager in. We had success with Pellegrini and Mancini. We're going to have this success with the next one. Alessio Burgo section. Khaldoon is going to do his annual interview in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, that's what I thought. Next 2 weeks. I'm waiting for it. Rivals are waiting for it too. Don't get it twisted. Rivals, they may not tell you or admit to it, but they watch it. They listen. They check it out. The man's a presence. As much as they want to talk about Pep, 100% Pep's key. They want to talk about our owners, and they just want to generalize and what the owners spend. Completely self-contained, self-sustained. Owners not throwing in money into the club. So when you have a Khaldoon and that presence, that leadership, absolutely huge. Now, I'm going to say this. The next show will be one of these topics. I'm always adding to it, but it'll be one of these topics. The one thing that was really bothering me is the sports culture, especially with regards to, and I spoke about this a while back, but just like how rivals only expect their club to be at their peak level all the time. But and it's more of a cautionary tale that I want to have with my Manchester City fans, because obviously what Pep's done has been a madness. We've never seen it before. We can't expect that to be the standards that we hold things to, but we do expect for our club, for our managers, for our players to compete. When you're next to the next opponent, you're competing, right? As we talked about why City and Pep should wait, I think you just wait, see where everything settles, see where some of these managers decide to or not to take jobs. That's just as important. Some of these big names, notice who they don't go to. Notice who they don't end up working for. Those might all be telling signs on them waiting for the Manchester City call. But shout out to Vincent Company. Deserved young manager, philosophy on point. I think with better quality, which he'll have at Bayern, he's gonna cook over there because he's that quality. And notice the Manchester City pollination of football. Notice how Manchester City is sprinkling the managerial talent all over the place. We're not hoarding it, right? We're not hoarding it and keeping it to ourselves. Go, have your success. It's better for the game, better for the sport. On Vader Games, I wanted to make sure I kept this one nice and sweet. If you haven't liked that button, go and hit that like button. If you've got suggestions on how you'd like this show to maybe be tweaked a little bit, the next topic, because you do dictate which topic comes up next, let me know in the comments. And if you're watching this on replay, much appreciated, because that means most likely you're subscribed or it was recommended to you because of the content that you like to consume. I want to bless each and every one of you. Let me also shout out. Section goes Michael Sanchez from Girona, next manager, possibly, and I wouldn't be mad at that either. I wouldn't be mad at that. And section also goes, this will be a big indicator of whether company can manage us at some point. Listen, stepping stone over at Bayern, sharpen your teeth, then you come over at Manchester City. I like how you're thinking, section. I like how you're thinking. Stepping stone over at Bayern. I like that. I'm Vader Games. I'm going to shut things down. Bless to all and each and every one of you. Will catch me on the next show. Notifications hopefully come through, and it'll be a Why Always Me, most likely. I'm Vader Games. This is 115. One question, 15 minutes. Why City and Pep should wait before that contract extension. I'm out.